In the year 2017, a new GST law, came into picture. What was the purpose of the GST law? GST law came to replace the existing indirect tax laws, such as excise, such as VAT, respective state-wise VAT. So a lot of taxes were replaced by the GST. The purpose of the GST was to simplify the taxes, to increase the base of the taxpayers, to lower the rate of the taxes, to somehow to give the convenience to the people, to convenience to the taxpayer. So what is happening in 2025? The government is again coming up with the new direct tax law, a direct tax law which is coming from a very long time, that is 1961. From the 1961, the direct tax law coming, and it is going to be replaced by a new direct tax law, direct tax code of 2025. So why government is coming up with the new direct tax law? What is the need of it? Because from a very long time we are using a consistent and more focused, direct tax law, and we can say the very well drafted direct tax law. So we will talk about it, that what is the need of the new tax law for the direct taxations. So basically, if we talk about the existing direct tax law, so this is very vast. So if I talk about the pages, it has more than thousand pages. So for a general person, for a general public, for a simple ordinarily person to understand this tax law is very very difficult, very difficult to understand. And if the main purpose, which is to give benefit to the people, in terms of understanding that what is required is not fulfilled, then we have to think about it. It is not possible for anybody to read 1000 pages before filing tax returns or before paying taxes. So definitely you will have to consult your CA or your accountant before you do it. This is one of the major purpose, the main purpose of the government to bring this new tax law. Reason being, the existing direct tax law is very difficult and very tough to understand for the general person, for the general public. And also it has been drafted in such a way, because it has taken, because it first time it came in 1961. More than 60, more than 16 years, it has been. And now, and lot of development it has seen. This tax law has seen a lot of developments. Each year a new development comes. Every times, you have, every each year you have new sections coming in, old sections going out. So some development is happening in their taxes. So this has become a very tough document. This law, the existing tax law of direct tax, has become a very tough document to understand. So it is a need and it is a time for the government to think about it and come up with the new tax law, which is very simplified to understand. It should not have thousand spaces. Thousand spaces as not required to be in any law to give a message. When the GST law came, I think it was not, when the new GST came, it was not like thousand pages. It was somewhere around like maybe 200 or 300 pages only. So in the same way, the direct tax law is also approaching, and we will have very less drafted. We will have a words which will be easy to understand. We will have a drafting which will be easy to understand a common man. Also, I would like to talk about the transparency. Now, we do not have transparency. Actually, what we are paying, is it clearly calculated? What we are submitting in the return, is it clearly mentioned? Because we have no understanding what law says. We know just one or two sections, and we are filing the returns. A lot of peoples do not take even the assistance from the qualified chartered accountant to fill the returns, to file the returns. So this is the main issue. The government is coming up with a new tax law which will be very simplified and easy to understand for a common man. and common man can understand that what is required and what needs to be filed in the returns and what needs to be paid. What are the transactions which will be covered in the taxations, direct taxations, and what are not. So transparency will be there in the new tax systems. Also, the rate of taxes will be lowered, because as compared to the previous, because in 2025, the government has already given relaxations to the incomes, like up to 12 lakh you are not supposed to pay any income tax. So this is a kind of a good relief given to the middle class taxpayers, that up to an income of 12 lakh we are not supposed to pay anything. It will be all exempted. So in the same way, we will see when this new tax law will come into force, we'll see that lot of rates have, a lot of rates even for the corporates, or be it anybody, any SSC, the rate of the taxes will be simplified. It will be lowered, so that a large base of the taxpayers can be covered. The lower the tax rates, we will have a better chance to have a large number of the people coming into the purview of the taxations, and it will somehow increase the transparency and reliability also. So it is a good move from the government, and it was very much needed, because now the existing taxpayers is very bulky in size. As someone who doesn't have knowledge of taxations, it will be a very tough to start from scratch. you know so it will be a good move from the government to come up with the new tax law, and it will somehow simplify. And also, what is happening? A lot of litigation is going on the taxations. Taxation has to be something which has to be very much clear, that what you are supposed to, what exactly you are supposed to pay, what exactly you are supposed to show in your ITR to the government. But in the existing tax laws, it is not clear. It is not that much transparent. But with the new tax law, it is going to be simplified. So the litigation will be lowered. We will have less quantity, less amount of the litigations coming up in the new tax systems. So it will be a good move by the government. Let's see that how this will come into, this will come on table, and how the government will move to get this new income tax bill, income tax act, to be regularized in the country.